So I want to share with you today perhaps the most important tool establishing our homestead. What could it be? The tractor, maybe a specific home building tool. Man, we've used a lot of really nifty tools. It's probably not what you think, or maybe it is. Let's do this. So the weather here in North Alabama, it's been wet. I mean, we're supposed to get rain for 10 of the next 11 days. It has been extremely wet. It's a good thing that I got the driveway all graded out and it's looking really good. And so, we've got, we're getting things done. And so if you're new, I just want to a quick shout out and welcome all of you folks who have checking out our channel for the first time. We want to welcome you and thank you for joining us on the journey. And if you want to follow along with us as we build our homestead from the ground up, we encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below. Always looking for comments as well, suggestions or feedback. Always want to make this channel a worthwhile deal, but we welcome you. But today I want to share with you what I consider to be the most important tool in establishing our homestead. So to create our perfect homestead that kind of meets our needs, we've done a lot of planning, a lot of studying, and most importantly, a lot of dreaming. Yeah. And we've also spent a lot of time, reading dozens of books and magazines, and we've spent endless nights on the internet surfing. We've spoke with other homesteaders to get ideas and to learn from their experiences, and I've even started buying clothes from Duluth Trading and TSC, for crying out loud. And of course, we spent time surfing the net or surfing YouTube and watching all the wonderful creators out there share their experiences and kind of doing their own thing. But Karen and I have spent time sharing with each other what we're kind of looking for in our homestead, what the goal is, making kind of a high priority or a high level listing of the things that we would love for our homestead to be, whether that's the gardening or the orchard or livestock or whatnot. And so we have a vision. We have a vision on what we believe to be our perfect modern homestead. It's our vision plan. That is the most important tool on our homestead.
Oh, yeah? What am I reading to? You're on a vision quest, man. You're trying to find your place in the circle.
So the vision plan is a culmination of all the hours of studying in our dreams and our aspirations of living the simple life and all of our goals of having a self-reliant farm that can not only support Karen and I, but maybe also be able to produce some sort of revenue. I mean, I'm an IT guy, and so it's like it's like having a data flow diagram or a process flow chart. Tools that are used to measure success and to keep you in line for success, or to keep you on the path to success. And it's our way of visually keeping the dream in front of us and helping us to prioritize the work that needs to be done. This is what our vision plan is. And this is our vision plan. So our vision plan has in it, as you will see, the place where we have kind of located our cabin, which is right in the middle of the map there. And you can also see a wood shop, workshop that I would love to have, which is also going to be our storage for tractor and other equipment. You can see the food forest that we have. That's our little orchard. That's the name, right? As well as some high tunnels and maybe a little raised bed garden. We've got an area for goats and alpacas. Those are the couple of animals that Karen and I have chosen to kind of get started on. And as well as you can see a pond expansion project and a yurt B&B area. And then also a food plot, alfalfa plot for our hay needs, and an apiary in the back of the property. Those are kind of the main things that we're dreaming of. That is our vision plan. Now, this does not mean, this doesn't by any stretch of the imagination mean that we're going to do all these things listed on our plan. But it's our dream board. It's the things that Karen and I have sat down and said, you know what would really be fun? Some Tennessee fainting goats, right? And so we put it on our dream board. And as time goes on, we'll modify our plan to suit our desires or the needs or whatever the case might be. So it's important to know that time and circumstance has a way of rearranging our priorities for us. So being flexible is absolutely key to being successful. But for now, this is our dream. And if there's one thing that I've learned over the years, it's this. Here's our life lesson for the day. Let your dreams be bigger than your fears, your actions louder than your words, and your faith stronger than your feelings. And here's a little bonus one for you. Dreams don't work unless you do. So how did we devise the whole vision plan? Well, let me share something with you. First and foremost, we followed several permaculture principles in observing the land, in looking for pattern design and integration, as well as incorporating diversity within our plan. Not all of our eggs were in one basket, so to speak. We really did spread it out a little bit. And so the other thing the things that we kind of looked at was we wanted to fully optimize the use of the land and establish processes of awareness and practical farming techniques. We wanted to promote land conservation practices, and we also wanted to promote a very healthy regenerative practice on the homestead. We wanted to see regeneration practices so that the land would be really, I'm not going to say plan it and forget it, but more in line with how God intended it to be, as in forests and so forth. So that's how we devised our vision plan. Now, from the vision plan comes the implementation project list. And the implementation project list is nothing more than a sheet. And I'll blow this up here on the screen for you so you can see it. But essentially, the task list is a priority setting tool that helps drive a timeline for us and the things that we wanted to accomplish for our homesteading goals. It essentially breaks it down into biteable chunks, if you will. And I broke it down into annual type of goals. And again, this list may change over time, just like our vision plan does. But for this year, as you can see, we wanted to build our cabin. We wanted to make sure we got our utilities established, and we wanted to build a storage barn. We wanted to purchase a tractor, and we wanted to really get trees in the ground. And of course, as you can see, we wanted to establish our driveway. And so those were all first year milestones that we wanted to try to accomplish. And so far, I think we've done pretty good. So there you have it. The most important tool we use to drive success in building our very own modern homestead from the ground up, it's the vision plan. And I think it's a critical tool. You know, the old adage that if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. Hey, listen, everybody, I want to thank you very much for joining me today and going along on this ride with me. Karen and I will be back next week. We've gotten some additional lumber. We've got a few extra things we've got to do, but because of the rain and so forth, we put the trusses off. But we will have trusses next week at some point, and hopefully we'll be getting to putting some trusses up. But in the meantime, thank you for joining me. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And until next time, see ya.